To see that big red button on the top that says live, then we'll know that we're all live. Pre-stream hype. Thank you very much, Lord Geyser, and happy Cinco de Mayo to everybody. Oh. I am Berserkus, and welcome to our Vereldium stream. Thank you very much for being patient. There's been a crazy amount of damage that has happened to my computer, as well as the rest of my life, but hey, everything is going good. Today we are going to be continuing on with our fantastic session using our wonderful imaginations in some crazy different ways that I still don't know how the heck I'm going to make work in our usual game situations, but here we are once again. In our last session, you may or may not have remembered that we blew up a marketplace. That happened. That being said, we have a ton of really fun things planned for today's session. We have Halvis, Agmar, EMP, and Kenneth and Sulfur. They are going to be joining us. Thulu, if you can do me a favor, just lift your mic up a little bit. We're hearing your breath. Our players are coming back, and we are very, very grateful for all of them, since they were able to work with me last week because my cats decided that my chicken soup needed a new home, which was over my work computer. So luckily, Mohammed from my local tech shop was able to clean out all of the delicious chicken soup. My fan smells like chicken, and my computer is humming along very loudly. You can probably hear it in my audio. So, if everything goes well, we are going to have a wonderful session today. So let me tell you a little bit about this. This is an ongoing 5th edition campaign, which is community-based. If you would like to join as a player or as the Ravenous, and the Ravenous are those who provide all the monsters that fight against the Vanguard, you may join up right up here. The link is right there for our Discord. You may roll off for your position in either our Vanguard, which all of our players right there, or as our monsters. You can see that our Vanguard have been very busy over the last 62 sessions and killed many things. So, as you all may or may not know, we do something a little bit different here. We use inspiration cards. These are tarot cards. So our players can have up to one card. Since I had them wait for 3 weeks, everybody who does not have an inspiration card at the beginning of the session does get an inspiration card. So you may use it as you see fit. There are many ways that you can use this. You can either turn it in to reroll any dice whatsoever. You can gift it to another player so that they can reroll any dice. You can force me or the Ravenous, if we had any tonight, to reroll any dice they've just rolled, or you can tempt fate. You can say flip the card up, and whatever concept is on the other side of this card at some point in the session is going to affect the entire game. Now, some of these are very good. Some of them are very bad. You never know until you pick it. But that being said, all 5 of our players now have a card that they can use. You, as our viewers, can actually join in on the fun. You'll see at the bottom right-hand corner of your screen next to your chat box is a bunch of purple bubbles that will constantly accrue as you're watching the stream called Trouble Bubbles. You can turn those in for wealth, supplies, crafting, weapons, bombs. You can drop a bombardment on the entire screen whenever we're playing the session. You can send an archer's barrage towards the party if you so wish. You can also send in cards of inspiration, or you can send in healing yodels, which is a single D4 of healing at any point at any character that's on the screen. Now, that being said, our players have just finished coming from a battle in the marketplace. In that marketplace, they came across many different merchants, and all the merchants seemed to, all at once, and as though they were of a hive mind, attacked our players en route to their safe haven, which is their ship, the Expedition. On the way, there was a guard who had thrown them out of the palace. However, that guard slipped a piece of paper to EMP. EMP read the paper, to Halvis. EMP read the paper while he was in the marketplace, and it said, Summoner's Grotto. That was the only information that he could find on it before it burst. So, our players were harried by an entire assortment, dozens and dozens of these different civilians that seemed to have turned on them instantly. As that happens, they were doing their best to fight their way through, and in the midst of all this, battle, the caravan had unleashed a airship barrage, a bombardment of fireball like barrage onto all of the enemies on the field, completely annihilating all of them. Therefore, using what we know as a war crime by airstriking a place that you need to get out of, they had found a way to escape. And once they did, they were able to get themselves completely to safety inside of their ship. However, all of those who were killed and left behind, the rest of the city of El Didamine has now been put on high alert. The entire city is up in arms. As they were on top of their ship, however, they noticed that there were 3 dark-robed figures next to a house that was closest to them. They floated backwards and phased into the house. As they moved through, the entirety of the city seems to be in an uproar. There are torches being burned. There are aerial fighters being dispatched. There are riders of different flying beasts. There are mages that are flying on different flying apparatus up in the sky. It is a harrowing time for our caravan. And as such, because this is such a harrowing time, our caravan players are locked into their characters. They may only choose one character during this arc that they can keep. And the only way that they could ever turn to a different character that they have created is if the one that they've chosen has died, or if they succeed in this arc. Therefore, I am going to have our players introduce themselves. Lord Geyser, would you be so kind as to introduce yourself and Halvis?
Hi, everybody. I'm Lord Geyser 21, but here, Halvis is my name, and creating the undead is my game. I am the halfling necromancer of life as well as undeath.
Always a pleasure to have you, and thank you very much for being so patient with us from the last 3 weeks and of us not being here. Magog Cthulhu, coming back with Agmar, would you be so kind as to introduce yourself and your human Zaitochi?
Yes, I am the Mad God Cthulhu, and I should be playing to the blind samurai Agmar Zaitochi. And since it's the beginning of this turn, I shall be rolling my 2 dice because I am a divination wizard.
So I will
roll 2 dice at the start of the day, and
so I will translate for his audio bottleneck, which we're all experiencing right now. This is Agmar Zaitochi. He is a human blind fighter. He is a completely blind fighter who has his familiar Shasha, who is a Shrike, who is right next to him at all times. It allows him to assist to see. He is both a fighter and a wizard. He is a divination wizard as well, so he is going to roll portent dice, which is 2d20, which allows him to allows him to place in either of those dice for any rolls that are made during the session. Magog Cthulhu, if you'd be so kind, please roll your dice. 2 good rolls. So I'm sure that those 2 good rolls are probably going to be used by our Vanguard today.
yeah, probably for today, for us for saves.
For you guys for saves. Got it. All right, Horacenio, our wonderful. Let's face it, you're our community manager for the Discord, and you have to be putting this on a resume because I've been reading all about all this Web3 crypto stuff, and a community manager is like amazing. I'm not kidding. I want to see you succeed, and I think that's a good way to do it. Horacenio, would you please introduce yourself and EMP?
Thank you, and good evening, everyone. I am Horacenio, the other half of our longtime friend Night Haze over there. Today, I will be reprising my role as EMP, your favorite Warforged emergency medical professional, as we make our way into the mysterious building as war criminal. He is also looking to use his rapier as a scalpel for our elder brain.
All right, coming back again with another of his very unique original characters. Sorry, it's the Cinco in my Mayo. Knight Rider, would you please be so kind as to introduce yourself and Kenneth?
I am Knight Rider. This is Kenneth, my Bloodhunter Kenku, with his trusty blade torch.
And welcome back to you two. Coming back again, one of the OGs, one of the originals in my first ever one-shot that was a total test to see if this would ever get off the ground. Night Haze 95 coming back with the Blood Witch, Sulfur. Would you be so kind?
Hey, guys. Yes, my name is Night Haze 95. I have great pleasure of gracing the stream once again after a hiatus of some sorts. I'm so excited to unleash sulfur bloodlust and see what chaos can ensue once more.
Thank you so much for coming back. And you're always welcome. Remember, work, love, family, and health always come first. This is just a game. So I want you all to succeed as much as possible. You're always welcome to come back. Simply roll the dice. All right. So, as you all are looking out towards the rest of the city, the entire city is roaring. You're hearing the screams of different people shouting and getting incredibly riled up. You're looking as those who are already armed and ready for combat start exiting their houses. You see a lot of those who are carrying home defense, for long swords, short weapons, great bows, crossbows. You're seeing magic implements coming out. All of the people who are around are in many different states of fury. And your ship currently has 3 or 4 different flares that are all falling in your direction, leading the entirety of the angry mob in your direction. So, very quickly, what are you all going to do?
I assume we already started gearing up to go to the building.
Sure. Let's go ahead and switch our gears just a little bit. Let's talk about everybody's equipment that you currently have on you. So let's go around. EMP, why don't you go first?
So for EMP, he will be bringing Keisha's lunchbox, the shield of 5 sizes, the winged boots, 1 Weaver Mite, 2 injury poisons, a topical analgesic,
Okay.
2 chaff suspensions, 1 bursting pouch, and found this little gem, the oath bow.
An oath bow. Okay, yeah. That was one of the bows that Nerbera had. All right. Agmar, you are next.
Alright, so what, hold on one second.
Okay.
Just trying to get to the thing. What am I?
It's okay. Let me skip you then. We're going to go to Sulfur.
Gotcha.
Sulfur, what are you taking with you into this encounter?
Okay, Sulfur is going to take a few things. He's going to take the Dalo Archmagus robes.
Okay.
He's going to take a Wand of the War Mage +1.
Okay.
The Ioan Stone of Protection.
All right.
A Fine Arcane Focus.
Okay.
The special Sulfur edition of Keisha's Lunchbox, complete with stickers.
Nice.
1 Weaver Mite. A topical analgesic. And I'm also going to be bringing a Bloodwell vial.
Now, just out of curiosity, the Bloodwell vial does act as a arcane focus. Are you going to use one or
Oh,
the other?
okay. Well then I will just take the vial and not take the regular fine arcane focus.
Okay, so here's the difference. So I gave everybody, because I had to pull out last minute of last session because of chicken soup emergency, a free uncommon magic item, and you chose the Bloodwell vial. The fine arcane
Yes.
focus does not allow you to equip rings or anything on your hands, but it's a +2 to your spell attack and DCs. Now, the Bloodwell vial is a +1, but it allows you to restore sorcery points. So which one do you want to take?
I'll stick with the vial. I need the sorcery points.
Okay, so the sorcery points are only redeemable after a short rest. Are you still okay with that?
Yes.
Okay, so the fine arcane focus is still up. All right, Sulfur, are you okay with everything that we just mentioned?
Yes, I am.
Perfect. All right, let's go back to Agmar. Agmar, are you ready to go?
Yes, I am. Alright, so what I'm going to be taking is the Keisha's Lunchbox, the Flame Tongue +2 Greatsword, the Ring of Spell Turning, Weavermite, the Wing Boots, the Greater Healing Potion, Potion of Mind Shielding,
Potion of Mind
the
Shielding.
Handy Haversack, Fire Bombs, and
5 fire
as
bombs.
my
Okay.
And as for my special item is an adamantine full plate armor available for that.
That is correct. That is an uncommon item.
All right, I'll take the. I'm going to bring my new item is gonna be that one, the adamantine plate armor.
Okay, so just so that everybody is aware, adamantine is the one that does negate critical hits, but it's twice as heavy. So whatever your plate armor weight is, I think it's 80 pounds, is now 160. So as long as your weight does not exceed, or total weight that you're carrying, does not exceed 4 times your strength strength score. 40 times your strength score, you're fine. But if it does, then you need to let me know. Let's go to Halvis. Halvis, what are you going to have?
I'm going to grab 5 healing potions, 1 greater healing potion, the Staff of Power, a Cloak of Protection, the Scythe Rend Fortescue.
It's hard, isn't it?
At times, yeah. The Ring of the Grammarian, when 1 Weavermite, and for my uncommon item, I chose the Myrtle Plate.
Mithril? Mythril?
Yeah, or
Mithril, right. So the difference between the adamantine and the mithril is that anybody can equip mithril plate, or anybody can equip mithril anything, because it is half the weight. The only difference is it's incredibly bright. So if that's a problem, then that's a problem. But if that's not a problem, then you're fine. That also gives you, it takes away disadvantages on stealth checks.
that's the main reason I chose it.
It takes away disadvantages on stealth checks to be heard. To be seen, a little different. That's the problem with a knight in shining armor, is that it's shining. So if anybody has eyes and a good source of light,
I'm the Shining Necromancer now.
that's right. So that's the way I give just a little bit of a downside to the really awesome items, but sometimes those downsides don't matter at all, which I want you to keep and I want you to have fun with. All right, Kenneth, you are last up. What are you bringing?
If I can, 5 healing potions, Akisha's lunchbox, torch, the flame tongue dagger, and what I got from the uncommon magic items, the deck of illusions.
Deck of illusions?
Yes.
Okay.
It was the only neat one I could choose. I couldn't get snake one.
As a DM, when anybody ever says deck of, I immediately go into trauma response. So I'm glad that you said illusions.
Because the deck of many things. Is that
Yeah.
why? That's fun. I like that.
Thank you, beautiful.
The deck of illusions is fun.
Sweetheart, can you come back here for a moment? I wanna show you off. You guys want to see something amazing?
Always.
Look.
Ooh.
Yay!
It's
She's so
beautiful.
Mm.
It's a
Yay!
cute baby bump.
Hey.
Hype for the baby bump.
Let's go.
Let's go, baby biz.
I know. I'm so excited. We're in the home stretch within the next 2 months. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna be Daddy Biz, and that's all that Magog Cthulhu is allowed to call me from now on, since Daddy Woe.
All I'm allowed to call you is Daddy Biz.
All that you're allowed to call me.
Good.
Not after that session. Oh my God. The
I mean, I also
Bizbreaker
thought it was gonna
9000.
be. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be because of Greg Arcus.
No. Daddy Woe hit way more notes than Greg Arcus. He was up there, though. He was up there. All right. So, I have 2 notes down here that I need rectified. Keeneth, you said you wanted Keisha's lunchbox, but you also said 5 healing potions.
Yes.
So Keisha's lunchbox comes with 5 regular healing potions. Did you want 10 total healing potions?
Yes, I'll probably need them.
Okay, got it.
I can't get below half health. Oh wait, I shouldn't have said that. It's my weakness. Oh no. What have I done?
I mean, I have your character sheets, so I know.
Oh no.
You guys know this is all on my account, right?
Yeah. Joking.
You're fine. I don't actively try to kill my players. You all do a really good job of doing it for me.
That hurt. That hurt
Ow.
deep, biz.
Well, technically, it wasn't Biz that killed
Exactly.
the last one. It was. I don't remember who it was.
It was
Evil
all my other
EU.
players, yeah.
It was 3 of them.
Mm-hmm. Stupid murder house full of slimes.
I cannot
Oh,
wait to have today's session. All right.
I should also point out that I forgot to mention my uncommon item is the Periapt of Wound Closure.
One
The
of the
most
most
doctoral find that I could think of.
and one of the most useful items in all of D&D. Sorry, my wife made me my favorite meal tonight. Baked salmon with
Okay.
Greek salad.
Woo! No soup.
No soup. Everything hot, clean, easy. Except for the Dos Equis. That's dangerous. But dangerous for much different reasons. I'm getting ripped tonight. R.I.P. All right, so as we, it's a song. It's a Jack Black song. So, as you see this wall of absolute vitriol and hatred start coming towards you, you see the arcs of each one of these flares diving down towards you. They know where you are. And you start hearing the roar of everyone as they all gather. And you can hear many voices screaming, "That way!" You have very little time. What are you going to do?
Are we in water? Or
Sorry?
like, are we in water or are we like in the sky?
You're in a rice paddy, so you're in very little water. Like up to your knees.
How high up are we? Like, how high up would we be? Like
How-
at the top?
Like the top of your ship,
Yeah.
maybe 25 feet. But it's about 2.5 feet of water and also very, very soft mud underneath you. So if you jumped off, you'd be fine.
Okay, I'll jump off and run I think we should all do that. It's the safest bet. It's the fastest way to get down.
You see Kenneth vault over one side, fall down 25 feet, splash! Fall down with his hands in. He's covered in mud and he's very wet, but he gets up. No harm.
Do we have a ramp?
No gangplank. In order to try to fortify your position a little bit more, the gangplank has been pulled.
Ah.
Up and over we go, I suppose. Can't let the crazy chicken take all the fun.
All right.
How this goes,
I
and
said we get up there.
how this goes up and over the railing.
Okay. You boom. And as you splash down, you can feel some of your skeletal parts get stuck. You have to pull them out, pop them back into place, and get moving.
EMP is going to ask Keisha to take a rope and throw it over the edge. He's just going to climb down, but he's also going to tell EMP or Keisha to pull it up once we depart.
Okay. You get the other caravaneer, Keisha, to toss over a rope. There is now a rope that you all can climb down. Is that the intention for the rest of you?
Sulfur's not afraid of no mud. What do you think this is? And he just kind of glares at EMP going down the fancy way and he goes, ha! Real men do this! And he runs and pole vaults himself over the side, skirt flailing with the wind and all, and lands. And it's just, ha! That's what a man does.
I believe that was meant to insult me, but I'm not a man, so... Anyway, Keisha, you can go ahead and pull up the rope. Make sure no one else can enter.
Okay. As you do that, Keisha looks over and taps Agmar on the shoulder and says, Agmar, do you want to jump down? Or do you want to climb down?
I'll just climb down. Might as well.
Okay. I'll wait until you get down before I pull
climb
this
down the
up.
wall.
All right, so you take the rope and you scurry your way down. As that happens, you see everybody else sort of in very different disarrays of dirty or muddy. And Agmar slides all the way down. As that happens, you see, everyone else sees Keisha rolling up the rope as fast as they can. And then they get down into the decks as fast as possible. So you all are still very close to the ship. What are you all going to do? I'm going to put you on the main map. Remember, your ship landed up here. You're seeing a great deal of people starting to rush at you.
Where were we planning on heading again? I forget.
Inside of this building here, there were the 3 shadowy figures that phased through the wall. There's also the Summoner's Grotto, which is all the way on the other side of the city. And there's also the Elder Brain, which you know to be in the palace.
It's probably best we go towards that one building. Pretty sure if we tried storming the palace now with little to no information, killed on the spot.
You make a good point, my robotic friend.
Yes. Most important course of action. You
What is
must
it?
always know your enemy has to be able to access them first.
What is the best course of action? You must always know your enemy and do that first. That is what Agmar just said.
I think he should see a doctor about that voice problem of his.
It's simply a bottleneck. Technology is the hardest part of D&D.
Yeah, I have a new laptop, so I'm trying to figure things out while doing it.
You're good. You're good.
It's okay. That's why I'm repeating what you're saying. Don't worry. I'm here to help. I'm here to master this dungeon. The DM stands for Dungeon Master.
Yes, let us head to this house where these shadowy figures happen to be. just remember, I have short legs, so don't leave me behind.
I have 2 votes for this.
Well, then, do you want me to carry you? And Sulfur just kind of extends his arm out. Well,
I don't know if you could carry me, my tall sorcerer friend, because I am a little bit heavy at the moment.
I see no problem. Come here. And he just kind of lunges to him and tries to pick him up.
What's your strength score, Sulfur?
17.
Really? Damn. Okay.
Buff magic wizard.
Buff
sorcerer,
demon
sorry.
dragon magic wizard.
That's true. Blood witches work out. All right.
Yeah,
I
man.
w-
Just look
I
at that
will-
body.
Got these muscles. These guns are ready and they're ablazing. Huh. And he kind of kisses both of his biceps.
Very Johnny Bravo, dude.
Oh my god. You probably went to my gym. Because I've heard that exact phrase. Oh my god. Do you secretly live in Queens and we just never met?
Well,
Oh.
you know,
I would
I have-
say yes, because she does have like the New York accent.
that's true.
Yeah.
I can do the Boston accent.
Well. Okay. I'm still going to give you a card because I can't believe that you said something that I literally heard like last week.
Sweet. Wait, then if you're giving me another one and I already have one and I can only have one, I'll flip the first one that I got.
What level spells are you able to cast?
One moment. One moment. Uh,
Up to what level?
all the 6.
Up to level 6? Roll a d6. No, roll a d8. Roll a d8. I'm sorry.
6.
What 6 level spells do you know?
Quite a few. Absorb elements, blight, chaos bolt, counter spell, earth tremor, false life, scorching ray, and wall of fire.
All the spells that you just named are not 6 level spells. They are lower level spells that are upcast. What 6 level spells do you know?
Oh. Well then.
My
none.
god, I've been doing that for so long. Woo! Okay. Do you know no 6 level spells?
Apparently not.
Okay, you just got out of me canceling one of those spells, so that's very lucky of you.
Ooh.
Nice.
So very, very lucky. I was about to cancel one of your spells, and you weren't going to be able to use it this session.
Oh, thank God.
Dang. What would you have done if it was like a 7 or an 8, which you can't? So that,
The 7 would have been a cantrip.
okay.
So 7 and 8 would have been cantrips. Which is annoying, but it's not that bad.
That's the second session in a row where we dodged a bullet from the cards.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you all booking it towards this house where the 3 creatures had phased through?
I don't know. Did Halvis agree to let Sulfur carry him bridal style?
Well,
Well,
at this point, was it a matter of agreeing? Because you kind of just picked him up.
Oh, that's true. So then, just holding Halvis, Sulfur runs off to the house.
Yep.
Okay, so
Good
you
old
get
snoop,
2
scoop and
votes. All
snatch method.
right, so is this a unanimous vote?
Yes.
All right, unanimous vote for you all to begin booking it as fast as you can towards this place. I need dexterity checks from everyone. This is for running, and this is for speed. Or sending it with a natural 20, that's 2 successes in a group check. Also, dark mode with D&D with Roll20. Great.
It looks so nice.
It's a little hard to see with it, but
Is it really?
Some of the like
Ta-da.
smaller text, like when it says after your name, it says like rolling such and such dice. It's hard.
How about now? I just changed it back.
Very good.
Okay. So,
Thanks.
anything for you all. I'm
Oh.
gonna master this dungeon. Master it. Okay, 4 successes, 2 failures. So, as you all book it there as fast as you possibly can, you get there quickly. And as you're... you find yourself in the very front of this doorway. And now I'm going to be placing you on the map. Please find yourselves towards the top center of the map. This map is not small. Just letting you know.
Oh, it's at top center, so.
Do you all currently see it?
Yes.
All right. And now for a little bit of an audio change. You're in front
It
of
says,
this doorway. No, do you see your characters where they are? Line them up.
Yes.
Where? No. Where they are lined up. Go. Everybody, go back to where Halvis and Keeneth and Sulfur are.
All right.
I appreciate what you're doing. Just don't do it.
Yeah.
So-
Also have a plan depending on what's in there. when we.
Mm-hmm. So, as you're getting up as close as you can to this door, it's very much very first Resident Evil. You're running and racing and trying to avoid being spotted by any of these wild and bloodthirsty townsfolk. And you come to the very front door of this mansion. Tell me what you do, and you gotta tell me quick.
Open the door.
Okay. You open up that door. And as you do, you open it up. There's a singular desk. And there are 3
everyone
doors
to-
inside.
Tell everyone we should rush in and close the doors behind us.
Okay. The EMP is just gonna walk in and move to the. Try to stay out of sight.
Okay. Do you all close the door behind you?
Yes.
All right. Doors
I am-
close behind you. You
Oops,
see
sorry.
that there is a large barring device that can close the door and potentially barricade it. Do you want to use it?
Yes.
Definitely.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So now we just need to make sure we don't trap ourselves in here.
So as you're doing
Again.
this, I'm going to be doing some things in front of me. So you're going to see me doing stuff on the screen. That's just to help me keep track of everything that you're doing, all right? I'm also going to make marks. So you're going to see me making a mark in front of this door, which means this door is now barricaded.
Okay, so essentially what I was gonna do is we should like peek open the door and see if anyone's out there, and if it is, try to distract them with the cards I have. That way, distracted, and we can take care of them while they're distracted. That way we get advantage on attack. If we do even need to attack them. Depends what they are.
Okay.
This is the entire reason I took those cards. Also because they sounded cool.
Alright, well, we're in this room. Sulfur's gonna start looking at this desk, see if there's anything on it that's useful.
Roll me an investigation check, please.
Investigation.
And can Agmar start doing his ritual for detect magic
Yes.
in case? It's going. Alright.
Okay, so Agmar, that's a 10-minute spell. So while that's happening, everybody else is going to be doing other things. So I'm not going to come back to you for a while until the spell goes off.
Can I look at the chest next to Sasha?
Okay. Keeneth, go ahead and... so Sulfur, I'll get to you in a second. Sorry, Kenneth. I keep mispronouncing your name, and I apologize. Kenneth, as you look down at the chest, you notice that there doesn't appear to be a locking mechanism, but it also won't open.
Okay. I don't know if this is a good time to mention this, but I do have detect magic, and it says I can cast it at will. I don't know. I don't know if this takes time. I don't know. I haven't read up on this.
What was your... what is the ability that allows you to do it?
It was the one that they said was for the game Runewalker's Guardian.
Runewalker's Guardian? Okay. Yeah, you're able to cast it once at will, and then it's just one time per day.
Okay, so is there any like time limit to that, or can I just cast it and it'll have effect?
No, you just cast it, and then it has an effect.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay,
It saves us time.
I'm gonna give you a 30-minute or a 30-foot aura. What's your favorite color?
Blue. Do I just click on it?
Nope.
The thing?
That is going to be your detect magic radius, so that I know what to tell you. Right now, you notice that there is a magic presence inside of that chest. There's a magic presence outside of the chest as well. The chest on the outside is abjuration. The magic on the inside is enchantment. Agmar,
okay,
you now see that the spell has been cast. You may choose whether or not you want to keep casting.
I'll stop the ritual if I see him casting the spell.
Understood. Sulfur, as you're searching the desk, you're noticing that the inkwell is strange. You've seen the wizards in your party, especially Halvis, use it themselves. This is an enchanted inkwell.
Elvis, come here.
Yes, my good Sulfur.
You know this ink. Make it work.
You look at the ink, and you realize it's the ink that you use to scribe in your spells into your spellbook. It's not a matter of making it work. It is ink. That's it. You needed something to write on, or the inspiration to write something, in order for it to work for you.
Is there any type of like pen, like a quill on the desk?
You do see a simple quill. It's pretty rough.
Okay, well, Sulfur's gonna take the quill, dip it in the ink, and write, "Sulfur is God!" Exclamation point on a piece of paper.
Okay. As you do so, you feel a tingling on your left breast.
That's weird.
You look down and you notice that you have what appears to be a piece of parchment across your left chest. There's a red line across the very top and a white box towards the center.
You just put a text box on your chest?
EMP, as
Interesting.
you look over towards Sulfur, you notice it says, "Hello, I am God," on the bottom.
Oh, good. Now everyone will know my name.
It worked. What the?
I actually face-palmed from that dad joke.
You're welcome.
EMP will will try to inspect this door on the left or the west side for traps.
Perception check, please. Or investigation, whichever's best for you.
Oh, wait.
Woo! All right. As you take a look at the door and as you're trying to figure out anything about it, you notice that in the upper right-hand corner, there is something strange there. It almost looks like a small, like, half sphere, but it's made of glass. You can see that there's something inside of it, and it is following you as you're moving.
Does it look like a haze or a speck of dust following me? An eye, maybe? Am I able to figure out what it is or what's inside it?
With the 29 investigation, I'll say that whatever it is, it seems to be following you. So it seems to be some sort of sensor.
Okay.
However, you're not noticing anything happening around you, in front of you, beside you. Nothing amiss, nothing adverse. It just seems to be following you.
Okay. EMP will relay that to everyone, stating that there's a sensor of some sort on this door here. It might be some kind of alarm for anyone that moves the door.
what if we were to destroy it? Do you know what that would do? If it would set it off, or if it would stop the problem of us not being able to open the door?
I don't think it's keeping the door from opening. I think it's more of if we break it or move
Yeah.
it in any way.
That's what I meant. Like, just so you can open the door without setting off anything alarms. I was gonna be sneaky.
I can answer Kenneth any EMP because of the 29 investigation. EMP, you were looking specifically for anything that was trapping it or anything that was odd about the door that wasn't normal. The door seems to be perfectly normal. However, it does not have a door handle, and it seems to be stuck whenever you test to see if it can move. However, there appears to be this small eye that's above.
So it's like, I guess, similar to those automatic doors at the grocery.
Or like, I don't know, like one of those eye things you see in movies where they put their eye up to the scanner
EMP?
and unlock the door.
EMP, yes. Knight Rider, no, not biometric, because biometric is a little bit more close to you, and you have to get very, very close to be able to use it. This is not that.
Oh.
I believe that this door is scanning for us. For now, I don't think this is an option. Travel. I need to focus on the other two doors.
What did you say was on the front of the chest? Like, what kind of magic did you say?
Abjuration, which is more for protection. It's like shielding.
Wait. Would Dispel magic do anything? Can I use that?
Potentially.
Can I use it right now to try to see if I can disable the barrier?
Sure. You excuse me, you put your hands on either side of the chest. You cast Dispel magic. As that happens, you listen to a zzz, and a shattering of whatever spell was across it. As that happens, you watch as the chest itself opens up from the center. And you watch and you see a bunch of badges that seem to be lined up in a row.
What? I can hear myself. That's weird.
Somebody has their microphone open. It's fine.
What did you say it was?
A bunch of badges that are lined in a row.
Oh, badges. Okay. What are they like? What do they look like? Is it just like?
Is it something that a Pokemon master left?
Oh crap. Okay. Sorry, this is a cultural thing. So as a person in production, badges are one specific thing. I keep forgetting that. They're little squares that allow you entry into places. So they're like this, but you wear them on your neck with a lanyard.
Okay.
Okay.
I hand one out to each of the party members if there's enough for that.
Okay, there's about 30 of them in there, but you see that many of them have been taken out.
That's not good.
Agmar's gonna grab another one and put it on Sasha.
Okay. I don't know how that's going to work with your bird, but I'll do my best. As you hand all of the badges out to everybody, the door in front of Halvis opens.
Are there any badges that are on like a clip-on that you kind of... It's like a clip-on reel type thing?
Sure, I'll say there's a couple of those. Also, the door in front of Agmar opens.
Gulper just puts his badge on his many medals just next to all of them.
Did you say this door is open? Wait, that's the wrong one. This one.
Yes, so if I reveal the room to you, the door is open.
I'm gonna enter there because this seems neato, and this looks like it's important.
Okay. As you're looking into this room, you're noticing that you can see up to the second floor as well. This appears to be a small balcony. What you're looking at is a large, round half-moon style table. Underneath it, there is nothing. Above it, there is nothing. The symbol seems to be painted on with a very luminescent paint. There are 4 suits of armor in here, 2 of which have the flag of Eldid Amin on the lower right and lower left side. Towards the north, the The suits of armor seem to be askew a little bit, so they are moved and not standing straight up. You also notice that there are empty plinths, or sorry, empty daises to the left and to the right.
Does the armor look like it was like purposely like that, or like someone purposely moved them?
No,
Like
it's sort of. Have you ever seen like the suits of armor in all the like English aristocracy houses that you've seen in books? This one is like all the way to one side and makes no sense.
Can I write it? Like put it back into place?
You try, but there's no way to fit it in the area that you are right now. So if you try to balance it, the area where the floor meets its base, it's too small.
Can I use my passive perception to see, to check out the suit of armor, see if there's anything like wise like that?
Okay, as you take a look at it, go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
Investigation. Can I use my passive investigation?
What is your passive investigation?
18.
18. Okay, so as you're looking at it and you're looking it up and down, feeling out to see if there's anything odd about it, this is just normal plate armor, but it's made for more show than for function. You're noticing that you're bending a few of the pieces a little too easy. So this is most likely parade armor. That being said, it's still here. It's still on a dais, and it's still heavy.
While they're in that room, Sulfur's gonna go in that first door that opened in front of Halvis.
Okay. As you go in, there's a simple carpet, a circular staircase that goes up, and 2 chests. There's also a door to the north.
He's gonna go investigate the chest that's to the far right corner.
Okay. You notice that there's no way visibly to open it. It just seems like a perfectly round chest.
Is it wood?
Looks like it's made of wood, yeah.
Dude, I muted. There we go. Sorry.
Then Sulfur's just gonna try and smash it open.
What are you using to smash it open?
My fist.
Roll me a strength check or an unarmed strike, whichever one you choose. All right. Damn. You people's elbow this thing and bam! And as you slam down on one side, you smash it. As you crush the very top of it, you hear a lot of crunching of glass inside of it.
Well, I'll pick up my elbow, shake it off, and look inside to see what I just hit.
Okay. You notice that the wood that you've splintered is starting to bubble.
I'm gonna back away for a second, just because he knows bubbling is never a good option.
Okay. Let's see. Did I miss anybody in this rotation? I feel like one person had something that they wanted answers to. Okay.
I don't think you did.
I guess I didn't. Halvis, I haven't heard from you in a minute.
I'll come and inspect this chest to see if there's any magic about it.
So again, you don't see any way to open it up, but you're assuming it's something similar to the others.
Hey, I got a question, Biz. So, like, does Dispel magic travel through walls? Because it says it has a range of 120 feet.
You should be able to see it or touch it.
Oh, okay. I just didn't know how that worked. Okay, thank you.
No worries.
If this is like the other chest, I will try to use the spell magic on it and see if it opens. at 3rd level.
Okay. You use Dispel magic, and as you do that, you notice that the chest opens from the very top in two hinges. Sorry, my brother is texting me right now, and he just moved to Chicago, so I'm trying to get him a hello.
Hi, Rogue Dragoon.
The stream. Everyone says hi. Thank you. I'll let you know. Love you. That's all. All right. So as that opens up, and you look inside, you see what appears to be something weirdly squishy in there, and it seems to be like just slowly bouncing.
Can I tell what it is? Like, I take and poke it once with my skeletal finger.
You poke it once with the skeletal finger. Sorry. You poke it with your skeletal finger. That's really hard to do. It's even harder with salad in your mouth. And you poke it, and it squishes. You can hear a squelch, and it does give when you put some pressure on it, and then it bounces back after you do so. You can also hear a slight almost like a weird giggle.
Did this slimy substance just giggle at me?
Sulfur walks over and peers at the squishiness and be like, do it again.
Did you say what it looked like? Like what the gelatinous substance you said looked like?
Yep, I need an intelligence save from my boy.
Intelligence save.
Elvis. Need an intelligence save. Okay.
Nice.
So, you take 6 points of psychic damage as the voice of that giggle is just reverberating in your head and feels like it's bouncing in your skull. You notice a little bit of blood come out your nose.
Sulfur sees that Halvis is starting to bleed and be like, oh, okay, maybe we should not be near that. And he just kind of pulls Halvis like back a little.
Feeling that, I go, well, fine then. I take Rend Fortescue and I slice it.
Okay, make an attack roll at advantage because it's helpless. 13. Give me a moment. It does hit for 5 points of slashing damage.
Mm-hmm.
All right. In which case, as that happens, you watch as two brains pop out, and each one sprouts massive legs in front of you. And as that happens, you watch the doors that are around you slam shut. I need for Halvis and Sulfur to please roll me initiative.
Oh.
Got to click on my token. Hold on.
Don't forget to click on that token.
Okay.
-5. -5. Okay. So, as that happens, we are now in initiative. Sulfur, you are first. What do you want to do? Oh no, Kenneth, Agmar, you guys are not whoops. Am I messing this up? Oh, it loaded up all the stuff from the last session. Sorry. Halvis, what was your initiative roll?
8.
8. Okay, now I think my other one was 10. It was. Okay. That's something that's quirky about Roll20. It doesn't save all the things I wanted to save. All right. Battle music. Here we go.
Okay.
Sulfur, you're up first.
All right. So since they are, I'm assuming like right in front of us. How many feet would you say they are away?
Oh, 5. They're right up against you.
Okay. Then Sulfur is going to unleash a first level Chaos Bolt at the one right in front of Halvis.
Okay. All right, the one right in front of Halvis. So it is a ranged attack, so I need for you to roll this at a disadvantage.
Oh, okay.
That's fine. So the 16 is the one I'm going to take. And that one was the lower of the damages, but it was the high. Sorry, the lower of the attacks, but the higher the damages. So 11 chaotic energy and 6 fires. Am I reading this correct?
Yes.
And you have elemental affinity?
I am a fire dragon, so yes.
All right, so it's fire damage.
Yes.
Can you double check that? Because I think Chaos Boat is based on a specific D8 you roll.
What did it roll?
Rolled 2d8, and it's a 3 and an 8. First one was a 3,
Okay.
the second one's an
The first 3 is a fire damage, and then
Okay.
the 8 is thunder damage.
8. Okay, so it is fire then, because the entire damage
Yes.
is based on the first dice, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's all fire, so that's 11 fire plus 6 fire plus 5 fire, so 17, 22. 22 points of fire damage to the one in front of Halvis. This thing is pretty bloody. Alright, that's your action. You have a bonus action?
To step back for a second,
Okay.
in case it tries to.
It is going to make a reaction to try and devour your intellect. So I need for both Halvis and Sulfur to roll me intelligence saving throws. Okay, you both save. But you are both going to take 6 points of psychic damage. D10s? Goddamn. Alright. It's now this creature's turn. This creature is going to crawl over top of you and Halvis. And it is going to use Devour Intellect. Another intelligence save.
For both of us?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's going to use all 4 of its claws to claw into Halvis. Halvis, what is your armor class?
At the moment, 22,
Damn.
but I use my reaction to cast shield.
Okay, so none of those slashes will hit you. Sulfur, you are going to take 9 points of psychic damage. And what is your intelligence score?
15.
Okay, so you're fine. Halvis, you're going to take 4 points of psychic damage from the intelligence devour. Alright, Halvis, is now your turn.
To the one to the one in front of me, to the north, I'm going to cast. I lost it.
That is not a spell.
There it is. A first level Burning Hands.
Oh, nice. Okay, first level Burning Hands. It takes 8 points of fire damage. If it doesn't make this save, it doesn't make the save, so take 8 points. How do you want to do this?
I just go, how dare you try to eat my intelligence, and just blast him with all the fire I can.
You tear him apart. As that happens, because you cast a spell, the other one is going to use his reaction. Just took his turn. And it's going to try to devour your intellect. Intelligence saving throw, please. Halvis, I think the only way that you can be messed up by this is if you roll a 1. Halvis, you take 3 points of psychic damage. Sulfur, you also are affected by this, so I need for you to roll as well.
An intelligence save?
Yeah. DC 12. You're fine. You'll take 3 points of psychic damage. All right. Sulfur, it's now your turn.
Okay. He's going to cast a second level Burning Hands at the brain.
You will most likely hit Halvis if you're in your current position.
Okay. Tight spaces are not good.
Usually not for flamethrowers, no. Also, Halvis, the carpet's on fire.
Then, shit.
Do it.
All right. Then I'll stick with it. Is this at regular or is it disadvantage?
No, this one is regular because it's an area of effect. It's not a direct attack.
Okay.
Dexterity saving throw. Okay, one moment. Nope.
Yes.
23 points of fire damage. This thing is looking really rough. Halvis, you unfortunately will take 23 points of fire damage as well. And the carpet and walls are now on fire.
Okay. Dang it, I can only cast that on myself. Then I have no bonus action.
Okay. Do you wish to move?
No.
Halvis, you're up.
No.
Or no, you're not. Sorry. There's a creature. And it is going to do the thing again. Intelligence save to both of you? Halvis is fine. Sulfur is not.
No!
And Sulfur takes 17 points of psychic damage.
Oh, shiitake.
However, your mind is fine. It's also going to attack you 4 times. Regular. Sulfur. Is your armor class 12?
No, it's
You're-
higher than that.
You're fine. You can't seem to hit you. Okay. Halvis, give me just a moment. You take 5 points of psychic damage. Halvis, you're up.
All right. I'm going to look at the thing in front of me and go, give me your soul, you worthless brain, and cast Vampiric Touch.
Oh, wow. 30 definitely hits. 7 points of necrotic damage. And 3 points of healing. How do you want to do this?
I said, I hollered, give me your soul, and I just grab him and I just suck all the life out of him.
As that happens, you watch as it's like you're watching 90 Day Fiancé and Love After Lockup all at the exact same time. You just watch your brain get slowly sucked into nothing. And then oof, you feel slightly better. All right. So with that, Halvis Sulfur, you watch as the door to your west opens up. And you see your friends again.
Okay. Well, since technically the room would still be on fire,
It's on fire.
Sulfur just kind of,
It's on fire.
yeah. Since Sulfur's fine on fire, he kind of pushes Halvis like out the door, like, no, you need to get out, like. And then he'll just walk out behind him.
EMP most likely heard the screaming and the spell casting and the bashing.
Mhm.
Something burning?
Yeah, EMP is just gonna step out of where everyone else was and just notice two of his companions leaving a burning room with Elvis very much worse for wear. Did something happen?
Oh, it was nothing. Don't worry about it.
You
Kinda
really need to be
wiping the soot off
supervised
my
when you.
arm.
Oops, sorry. I
No,
was
if
about to get
anything,
choked.
we just had a little barbecue, but it's okay. We finished
Ooh,
it.
God.
You watch as the rest of the room begins, like, different pieces of artwork start burning and falling to the ground behind him. Sulfur's just in the room. It's like, everything's fine.
I was gonna say you guys really need to be supervised while you're using the stove.
I'm going to drink the greater healing potion I have.
Okay. Nice.
Then EMP is gonna walk up to Halvis. All right, hold on. And he's going to apply full charge of his trauma medicine, which is up to 5d6, I believe.
Nice.
Well, at this point, sneak attack, how much is it for a rogue? Because that's the same amount.
What level are you?
I am level 11.
5.
Yeah, okay. So it'd be 5d6. And then another 30.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
Ah, that feels better. Thank you, EMP.
Of course, that's what I am here for, especially when people start appearing to random rooms and triggering everything.
I know that room's kind of on fire, but there is a staircase.
Take a look at that at some point. However, in the other room with the armor, I do see there might have been a rune on the floor of some sort. One of you magic users might be able to just.
It was not a rune. It was simply a name that was painted.
Ah,
I guess I'll go in and see if I can't read the name.
Okay. Each one of those
Sulfur's
letters,
trying to just stick it out.
yeah, each one of those letters are specifically in Elvish. Does anybody here speak Elvish?
No.
I can if
I
I wait. No, I think it's only speaking. I don't think that's reading. I said I was gonna say, I think I can if I've heard it before because I can do. I can copy any language I want if I've heard it.
You can mimic it, but it doesn't mean that you know
I
the
mimic
meaning.
it. That's what I meant.
Is it close enough to Undercommon to get a gist of it?
You know that it's a name. It's the way that the letters are filigreed.
Agmar can read Elvish.
Agmar is
Agmar
blind.
knows Elvish.
This
it
is
like-
so random.
Agmar can
Is it,
read Elvish Braille.
if the letters are protruding,
They're painted on. I'll give you a perception check at disadvantage to see if you can try to feel the paint.
oh, it's paint.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
We could-
Uh, Okay, well then Sulfur's gonna go to the room and he's just gonna extend his hand. Agmar, give me your hand. And he kind of traces the letter onto his palm.
Wow. Way to know how to do tactile sensors. Okay. So, as you trace that on, Agmar, you do understand this. It says House of Usagwi.
Can I roll?
You can roll a history check if you want to know more.
Yeah. See if I recognize it.
Excuse me. Horsenio, you don't know that there is a house of this, but you do know that it most likely, and Agmar can help you with this, it is most likely an embassy. Usagwi is an actual country. It's a country to the southeast of Insuldraka, which is the continent very, very far to your southwest. So almost around the entire span of the planet.
Are we just entering an embassy at this point? Littered with a bunch of monsters?
Hey,
Did we know that what those monsters actually are, or this that they attacked us?
I know we fought them before.
Roll me an intelligence check, please, Halvis. You know that they're intellect devourers.
the weirdo one's a pet. Be neat.
Well,
Oh,
these
not
monsters,
muted.
I believe, like to eat intelligence. I know it was trying to come after mine. However, I believe they might be in conjunction with these mind flayers that are floating around, or that we've seen before in the other house. But I am unsure.
Speaking of monsters, the doors that we haven't opened yet, and I don't think this one's an option right now because we don't know if we can do that one. But this one over here, we should crack it, see if there's anything behind it. Just, be safe.
Kenneth, do you examine the door to your west?
Yes. I like to examine it right my list.
As you go
This-
close to it, it opens up.
Oh, that's nice. Oh wait, which one?
To your west of where you were.
That one.
Oh yeah.
You notice a staircase going up and a doorway to the north.
I tell everyone what I found, like the staircase and the doorway. So it's like a
EMP is gonna expend another 5 charges for trauma medicine to use on soul.
Okay.
Thanks.
15 points of healing to sulfur.
Yeah, I need that.
Okay.
can't be doing this too much now. I only have 25 charges left. 25
Uh,
bandages.
What about this door that you? Whatever, fine. What about this door right here?
You go up close to it, and as you do so, it opens up.
Okay, nice.
Inside, you see a room full of hundreds of little pock marks all over the floor. They look hollow.
Sorry, I don't know what those are. Is that like?
Tiny holes, but
Oh,
hundreds of them.
okay.
They're all over the floor and the ceiling.
Could I try to see what they like do an like investigation check or something to see what they might be for?
Roll me an intelligence
Sure.
check.
Intelligence. There it is. Ooh, nice.
In the words of Admiral Akbar, it's a trap.
I do know that one.
Okay.
Revenge of the Fifth.
Wait, what do I do still have another dagger on my person that I'm not using right now, so I'm gonna toss that into that room.
Okay. You toss the dagger into the room, and then bing, 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 bing. Nothing happens.
Are there... Continue,
Wait.
sorry.
Does it seem magical? Like the
The dagger?
no, not the bumps. Like, is there anything magical about the bumps?
Oh, you sense
Or is
no
it
magic
just-
from those bumps.
Okay. I tell everybody not to enter that room until we figure out how to deactivate the trap or how to get past the trap. Because
Is there anything else in the room? Other than
no,
those bumps?
You notice
Uh,
that there is a door to the west and to the north.
oh yeah, that. But other than that, just a dagger I threw in.
Okay. Are there any more badges in this chest?
There are a total of 25 remaining, and there were many more inside of it. But they all seem to have been removed.
Quick question: would the room that me and Halvis were in would that still be on fire? Would it?
Still
It
on
kind of
fire.
had like. Okay.
The smoke is becoming a problem.
Okay.
Does anyone have
Then-
anything to put that?
I mean, I have health potions, but I really don't want to use those.
Well, they're in that other room. Since Sulfur can't be hurt by fire, he is going to tell the other guys, "Hey, I'm gonna just go see if that staircase goes up, like how high."
Is sulfur resistant or immune to fire?
He is.
You would need fire immunity to go through that unscathed.
Okay. I have resistance to fire.
You cannot get through that unscathed.
Damn it. Okay.
I have holy water if that helps.
No. Do not put that on a demon. That
Not
would
on
hurt
you.
more.
I'm pretty
I'm
sure
at the
even
fire. I'm not that mean.
Agmar's going to go and go over to the fire and one by one use control flames to extinguish them.
Okay. It's going to take you about a minute, but you are able to diminish most of the fire to the point of it being snuffed. So in that minute, Sulfur, Halvis, EMP, and Kenneth, what would you like to do?
Do you think we should explore upstairs? No, I think. Well, at least we have another way of getting up besides the room that was on fire.
yeah, there is that one staircase. Assuming there is, might have misunderstood, but if there's at least one extra badge in the chest, the EMP's gonna take it and throw it over near one, like at least to this door, to see if it gets triggered.
You're going to throw a badge, you said?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Throw
you
the
take-
badge like right here.
Yeah, you take a badge and you whip it in there, and Nothing happens.
Hmm. Well, that was worth a shot.
Did you
Oh,
throw it into the
yes.
room, or were you aiming for something?
I just threw it into the room to see if the sensor could trigger or could catch it.
Okay. Yeah, nothing happens.
I'm just gonna make a quick observation here. I think it detects like a living thing and does whatever it does. Either
I'm
it's
going to send. Sorry.
oh no, you continue.
I'm going to have Sasha fly in there. How big is the room?
The room is maybe 15 feet by 10 feet by 10 feet.
Like the height of it?
Yeah, the height's not that tall, so maybe about 10 feet high. So like a normal apartment ceiling.
I'll have Sasha like fly halfway, like in between, not too high, not too low, and go near the sensor.
Oh, is she going near the door to the north?
Yeah,
Okay.
because she has
As-
a badge around her.
Yeah, Shasha flies right in, and as that happens, and Shasha flies to the northern door, the door opens up.
Sweet.
I'm gonna have her fly through it too.
Okay. Are you using your senses through Shasha?
Once I finish the fire, yeah, I'm gonna take an action to see.
Okay, so that's going to take some time, so I'm not going to describe the room until you're finished with that. So in the meantime, Halvis, Kenneth, EMP Sulfur, is there anything else that you're going to do, or do you want me to resolve what Agmar just did?
This is gonna probably be bad, but I do have a theory I want to test. Because nothing happened when I threw the dagger in the room, and Sasha either she wasn't touching the ground, either because the bird wasn't touching the ground, or it's because she has a badge on, and I have a badge on. So I'm gonna go ahead and step into that room
Okay. You're in the room.
for science.
All right, you're in the room.
I'm staying close behind, ready to grab him and try to yank him out if anything starts to go wrong.
Okay. He turns around, he looks at you. He looks at you with fearful eyes, but nothing happens. Mustard?
I think it likes birds.
Check the thing.
I'll go try and check out the store right here, see if there's anything behind that.
Okay.
Oop, I hate how often that is.
Sorry, our cat isn't snuggling my wife, so we think something's wrong. All right, so as you go next to that door, it opens up. And you find what appears to be a small granary and barrel storage.
I shout to Helvis and the others say, either it favors birds a lot, or it's okay if you have a badge. So I think you guys are fine to come in.
Okay, Agmar, at this time, your spell completes and the room stops burning. It is still very smoky in there.
Oops.
I'm just gonna go and use my action to go see through Shasha's eye. I see what she can see
Okay.
through here.
You see a room full of wine. The walls are from floor to ceiling, nothing but wine. You also see a small, what looks to be a strange distillery. There are 3 empty bottles, 1 white bottle, 1 brown bottle, 1 green bottle. They're all empty, and they all appear to be on some kind of pressure plates. And that's to the north of Shasha.
Like over here.
Okay, there are 2 doors, one to the northeast, one to the northwest.
I'll tell everybody what I see.
Okay. Kenneth, Halvis, EMP, Sulfur, what do you want to do?
Well, we all seem rather interested on this side. So you could probably walk through here as the smoke clears.
I, I think we should have someone else step in the room just to make sure it's, not just. You never know. It could be birds. Could not. It could. I mean, or it could be bad. You never know. Might just favor birds. Bird. I want to see what this stuff is. What this is about. Over here.
Okay. You notice that these are all water barrels, and all the grain that's inside appears to be corn, millet, barley, just long-term storage for cereal-type foods. Agmar steps into the room with all the holes. You hear a but nothing else happens.
Sulfur, she's
What were
gonna
the colors of the bottle?
follow.
Sorry, Agmar, what?
What was the color of the bottles?
One moment. Do you say that you enter Sulfur?
Yes.
Okay,
Trying to go towards where Agmar is.
right. What is your current HP?
Oh, I don't like this. 45?
Okay, you're fine. I was just fucking with you.
Oh. Just for that, no baby gift. I'm taking it back.
It's okay.
I mean, that's also assuming she hasn't already sent it.
How's your heart?
Hey. Hey. Okay, so I can make it to where Agmar is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Power of the DM.
Too much power.
Kenneth, you notice that there's a door straight to your north. You're very close to it.
Since those three are in that room, I tell EMP and Halvis that they should, come with me, so that way we can cover more ground.
Okay, Agmar, there is a white bottle, a brown bottle, and a green bottle in that order from left to right on here. You do notice that there are 3 strange circles on the rug that's in the very center of the room. By looking through Shasha's eyes, of course. EMP, Halvis?
Before I step into the room, I say, if I die, tell Lenthox. He's still a crazy freaking orc. And I quickly run over to where Kenneth is.
Okay, you... And you make it all the way over to Kenneth. Nothing happens.
I'm assuming that once the doors open, they don't slide closed again, like a grocery store.
How did that happen?
Like,
You
are
know-
they closed right now since
You
no
notice,
one's in front of it?
you notice the one that Agmar and Sulfur went through? That one closed. I'm assuming
Okay.
that most of this happens at the same time, so that's why I'm not narrating doors closing and opening.
Okay. In that case, the EMP will walk towards Halvis and Kenneth.
Okay, you pating, 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 pating across each of the bits of the floor, and nothing happens. Okay. Halvis,
Oh,
you
welcome.
climb on.
Oops,
You
sorry.
climb on top of the grain. A little bit of it spills out. All right, Kenneth, EMP, and Halvis. Is there anything you want to do in this room?
EMP
mean-
wants to take one of the water barrels and just roll it into this room.
Okay. You take the water barrel, you roll it into the room. As that happens, it rolls for a little bit, and then after a few seconds, you hear ting 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 ting, And you watch as both from the ceiling and from the floor, hundreds of steel spikes, a meter long, and the water barrel is decimated.
Well, that was comforting.
Well, that didn't happen to me.
Very much.
Anyways, I would like to go over to the store and, peek inside.
Okay. You walk to the door. It does open. Inside, you see what appears to be a study area. You also notice that your detect magic goes off on the quills and the inkwell.
Sorry.
Okay.
Anyways, yeah, I like to enter the room.
Okay. You enter the room.
I will come in with them.
Okay.
Do these look like the same ink that was in the first room that we entered?
Except that they're both in gold bottles.
Ooh, fancy.
Is
Is
this
there?
a,
Oops, sorry.
is this a bookshelf at the back of the room?
It is.
I go and I inspect the bookshelf.
As you inspect the bookshelf, roll me an Arcana check, please. 19. What level spells can you cast?
I can cast up to 8th. Well, that's what I have slots for anyway.
Okay. I need to roll a randomizer really quick. So I need for you to roll me. I need for you to roll me a d4.
Three.
And I need for you to roll me a d100.
60.
Actually, roll me 2 more.
2 more D100s.
Yes, please.
57 and 17.
Okay. You find the spell scrolls for Mass Polymorph,
God.
for Illusory Script, and Intellect Fortress. That's actually a pretty awesome. I'm using a randomizer, so it's a pretty awesome set that you just got. So those are the 3 spell scrolls that you find inside that rack.
Absolutely take them and stick them in my pack.
Okay, you do so. Now, I'm going to move over to the next party just to give them a little bit of time. Agmar, Sulfur, you're inside this room. The walls are covered in wine. From floor to ceiling, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of bottles in this room. You notice that there are those 3 bottles on top of pressure plates at the very north part of the room. In the center, there are large green circles. What are you going to do?
Sulfur's gonna walk closer to where those other bottles are. The 3 that are on the pedestal.
Okay. They're right here. You notice that they're on very clear pressure plates. Meaning that they are clearly pressure plates, not clear as in a color. They're translucent.
Okay. Sulfur is going to take one of his just pieces of jewelry that he has off his belt. It's like a ruby. And he's gonna, like Indiana Jones style, try and switch it
Okay.
to grab the brown bottle.
Okay, you
If I
grab
remember
the...
that correctly.
All right. You try to grab the brown bottle at the same time as you're switching that out. The brown bottle is stuck. It will not come off. So you very quickly stop. But as you're futzing with it to try to get it to pull off, I need for you to roll me a dexterity check or a sleight of hand check if that's better for you.
They're both the same, so I'll go with Dex.
Sure. It's a natural 20. So as you're doing that, you realize, oh crap, it's stuck. But you're so dexterous that you don't really give it a lot of pressure, either upwards or downwards. So, as you're doing so, you hear a single click, but nothing happens.
Okay. Agmar, don't touch the bottles. They don't move.
I'm gonna go over here and have my bird go down back over here as well.
Okay.
Back away a little bit,
Me?
just in case. Yeah.
Oh.
I'm gonna use Mage Hand
Mage hand, okay.
to see if I can pick up the green bottle.
Okay. You use Mage hand, and you try to lift the green bottle. As that happens, you hear a click, 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 click. And somewhere you can hear a clunk. You can't tell exactly where it was, but somewhere you heard something sound like it fell into place.
Interesting. And put the green bottle in the middle circle of the, because it's green circles, right?
Yes, but the green bottle is stuck on that lever. So all that you did was raise it up, and as you did so, the pressure plate did raise with it. You heard a series of clicks, and then something metallic somewhere that sounded like it fell into place.
Try and push it back down with Mage Hand, or
Sure, you try to push it back down, but it won't go any farther.
I'll release Mage Hand
Okay,
and look around.
Mei Chen goes away.
Sulfur hears that clicking noise that's in place and turns kind of towards Agmar. Agmar, grab the brown bottle and do the same thing, and I'll go for the white one. And on 3, you pull and I'll pull.
Understood.
So Sulfur's gonna go.
I'll get my Mage Hand ready.
Sulfur, you're going to do this barehanded?
Yeah, I'm just gonna grab it, and then on 3, he's gonna do Mage Hand for the brown one.
Okay, got it. I understand now.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Click, 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 click. And you hear it happen in 2 separate places. But something did happen.
Okay. Can I do a perception check to see if anything specifically changed, like in that room from the clicking, like the bottles or?
Sure, give me a perception check. Nothing that you can see, but Agmar, you can see putting his ear towards the ground. Agmar, you can hear something. It's like a hum. It's coming from the floor.
Like underneath the floor, somewhere deep, or just like
Close to you. It's somewhere in the room, but in the floor.
circles? Is that a rug or is that a
They're on top of the rug.
Alright. Well, I think we've done all we can here. Let's try and find the others. And as Sulfur gets ready to try and leave, he's just gonna sneak one of the wine bottles with him and just take it.
Okay, you whoop, bloop, put it into your pocket. All right, Halvis, Kenneth, EMP, back to you.
I was gonna ask, is there any paper in the room, or like?
No paper, just whatever the books currently have, but most of that is parchment and fully written on.
Do I see like anything like unusual in the room? Like anything that would be out of place for like?
Those very, 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 very attractive inkwells, and they both appear to have a strong magic about them. They both appear to be enchantment.
Enchantment. Sorry, I thought of Dragon Age for. I did want to ask, between the two quills, there's this black S symbol.
I made a mistake. Let's just ignore
okay.
that.
It was an ink spill.
Sorry. I was meant to denote north and south, and I just put it on the wrong spot and forgot to delete it before I made this map. I'm sorry.
You're good.
You know what? Let's see if this works. I'll take that quill next to the ink that's right here,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll write porch on the table. See if anything happens.
Porch.
Torch. Yep.
Porch.
No, torch, like my dagger.
Torch.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. So you write the word torch on the side of the table, and you watch as the table just grows a couple feet. Or sorry, just grows a couple inches.
That's neat. Could I pickpocket the oil, not oil, ink?
Pocket the ink?
Yes.
Yeah, you easily can stopper it and put it away. So you stopper it, you take it, you put it in your pouch. Are you taking both or just one?
I asked Elvis if he wants one of the magic vials of ink.
Sure, I will take the other bottle and quill. I'll
Okay.
stopper it and stick them both in my pack.
Before you do, this first one just made the table grow.
So
Do you think that one can make it
EMP,
shrink?
EMP, as you're walking towards it, you realize why. What they didn't see is that towards the base of it, there were oil wrapped cloths that just appeared at the base of the feet.
I'll tell everyone. I'll tell Kenneth and Shizer.
I mean, it's still pretty, so I'm still gonna take it.
No,
It's shiny.
we might as well test both of them out. Talvis, could you take the ink quill out?
I
I'm gonna-
I'll take and dip the quill in the ink pot on this table,
Okay.
and right on the table, skeletal, because that's the first word that popped into my head.
Okay. You take out the quill, you write in the word skeletal, and as that happens, you watch as the table turns in from a wood structure to a wireframe structure. And your quill kind of balances a little bit on it. But it looks like a stool now made out of chicken wire.
So, it is magic.
So that changes material. This one changes size.
Can I can I try to do the same thing with the other one? See if it does the same thing.
Skeletal?
Yeah, like write skeletal on the other table.
Sure. You write the word skeletal on the other one, and as that happens, nothing seems to happen. It just has the word skeletal written on it now.
Okay, so Kenneth wrote torch on that table,
And
and oiled soaked rags ended up underneath its feet.
Oh, cause I
We
get
light
that now.
them. We light them. They would come into a torch. I wrote skeletal on this, and it became a wireframe. So this ink creates just random effects that you write on it.
I think it's literal because if you do skeletal, it's like skeleton is the frame of your body.
I stopper the inkwell and I look to see if there's a Pigden mark on it.
There's not a Pigden mark, although you do expect to see one. This one, however, does have the letters PD on the bottom. However, this has a dash and a very fine signature at the bottom that says Amelia Bedelia.
Biz?
I am Biz.
There's a chair right next to the table, right?
Yes.
I would like to write liquid on that.
Okay.
Because if this works, that is sick.
Okay. You write liquid on the chair. As that happens, you notice that the ink sort of bubbles and begins to roll off, but it seems to roll and maintain the word liquid as it rolls and falls off the side of the chair. Then it bubbles and separates and then comes back to form the word liquid.
No, I was expecting that. This looks still cool.
As like per the suggestion of Raleigh in the Twitch chat here,
Hey, really?
more than likely, yeah. So more than likely, Sulfur will do this. They stated to put God on their body.
Sulfur already did that and is still currently wearing the "Hello, my name is God" name tag.
Yes, he is.
So I feel like we're in elementary school because we're writing on desks and chairs. But last experiment. Halvis, could you write the word medicine on that chair?
I will write medicine on the chair.
Okay. You write the word medicine, and as you do, you notice that the wood on the chair begins to roll and move and roll and move and roll and move. And then on the back of the chair, you also notice that it's rolling downwards, but in a spiral, then goes right back up.
We just made a massage chair.
Okay, so this is gonna sound weird.
No.
I want to write lichen on myself, like the wolf, like a lichen.
LYCAN?
See- Yes.
Okay.
I want to see if it does anything because I'm already lichen. That
He's
being
gonna turn into a bird dog.
That's good whiskey.
Oh, you actually got him stubbed.
I have to look something up really quick because there's like 6 different ways to go about this, and I need to figure out the right one.
What?
Oh, this is gonna be fun. I like this already.
I'm just trying to imagine a lichen. What would the face look like? It's like a beak, snout.
Be your
I mean-
worst nightmare.
I mean, I was originally supposed to be a tiger, but I thought, raptor would be better considering it's a bird.
And now we have a special appearance by a business cat.
Yeah.
Professor Plum. He's looking for the snuggle blanket. He only stays with me if there's a snuggle blanket.
Ooh,
So you write the word lichen in front of you, and you notice that your ear holes that you normally have as a kenku, you can now feel and you can feel the fuzzy ears now behind you.
Furry. Man, if I was playing Keisha right now, she would be petting you.
Biz, did the door open again since we came close to it, me and Agmar?
Yes.
Or is it still shut? Okay.
It did. I'm just giving them their time, but I will come back to you all in just a moment. So EMP,
Wait.
Kenneth, and Halvis, are you satisfied?
I wonder what my lichen form look like now that I'm a lichen.
You're lichen being a lichen?
Kenneth the lichen. That's my intro now.
Okay.
I'm done with it now. I'm gonna start trying to regroup with everyone else.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm stopping the other ink bottle, putting it in my pack, and taking it along.
Okay.
This could come in handy. Oh, wait, did anybody look at these barrels?
We just knew that they were water barrels. I took one of the barrels and rolled it into the spike room and it got decimated.
I'm
I gave him
in
a pain cushion.
these buttons.
I did not know.
I will look at them quickly before everybody runs off to see if it's the same water barrels.
Okay. You notice that they are all full, however, they smell more acidic than anything else. But you smell like a vinegar and a salt from them.
We may have to come back and inspect these. That might be a preserving liquid.
So I stepped out or away for a second. Did Sulfur and Agmar check the two doors to the north?
They did not.
Well, he also hasn't come back to us yet, so.
Okay, Sulfur, Agmar, I'm going to have you come back as everybody seems to have regrouped. So everybody together now.
Can Agmar use Mage Hand to pull the rug back to see if there's anything underneath?
Okay, you try to pull the rug back, but you can't. It seems to be anchored in underneath those three green, whatever they are.
Okay. Well, now that we're all together,
Hello.
let's go inspect some more. And so Sophie's gonna go back and check out this door to the upper left.
Okay. As you do so, you find a washroom.
Every good
Oh.
place needs a good bathroom.
All right.
Uh,
Well, nothing of interest here.
As Agmar goes up to that area, he opens that door. Sorry. It does that sometimes. The door opens and he finds a sitting room. Displays of books are laid out over that table.
Sulfur's gonna. I'm assuming this is a bookcase right here.
It is.
Okay. Sulfur's going to inspect the bookcase.
Okay. Roll an investigation check or perception, whichever's best for you. A great deal of political books. So a great deal of like political histories of Elden.
Those?
Agmar's gonna grab one, open it halfway, and just say, interesting.
Very funny.
All right.
Can I go see like what's going on with the books on the table?
Sure.
Oops, didn't mean to do that.
No worries.
There we go.
So as you open up and you take a look at a lot of these books that are on the table, you're noticing that most of them have to do with current political structures, houses of influence. And the one that you notice first is the one that Nerbera is a part of.
Kenneth, could I see that book for a moment?
Sure. I hand it to him.
Okay, Halvis, intelligence check, please, as you're trying to decipher any meaning to this specific book.
Intelligence check.
Okay, so as you're looking at this, you're trying to see who is the most notable and the most powerful within the city of Elden. These are very specific and open to very specific pages, of which they all seem to be the bloodlines or current living members and their positions in the court of Elden. You notice that that the patriarch Gary is one of those who are listed and underlined. You also notice that there are a few dozen others in all the pages that are spread out here. They all seem to be of commerce, of logistics, transportation, waterways, farming, agriculture, mining, mineralogy, different walks and different high-scaled power structures, all of which they seem to be going after very specific people in each and underlining the name. You also see next to a great deal of them are what appear to be symbols. The symbols are a circle, a square outlining the circle, and a check mark within. You notice that next to Gary's name, there is a square and a circle, but not a check mark.
I think we need to find who's ever in this house. I don't like the fact that excuse me. I don't like the fact that Naber's parents have symbols and stuff next to their name, but I think it might be something that isn't finished. It's missing a check mark.
You notice that the matriarch's name has no symbols next to it. Only the patriarch.
And it just seems to be Geary. I think we need to find who's ever in this house and find out what's going on. And fast.
Maybe Gary or whatever his name is. I'm good with names as well. You know, inserting he's in the book, meaning he's in danger of whatever they're doing. Although, granted, that's probably not good if our, we just killed an entire marketplace.
So, would I be able to decipher by the symbols that it's a stage type thing? Like a circle is stage 1, a circle square would be the second stage, and the circle square check would be completed, correct?
You could definitely make that assumption. You don't have a way to prove it right now, but it's possible.
I run my theory past the rest of the party and say, I think we need to head upstairs because I think that's where the next rooms should be.
Which staircase should we go up? The spiral one or the one next to the room with the spikes? Or should we split up and probably not a good idea, but split up and see where each one leads.
I say that we go up the non-spiraled one because where smoke is, it always goes up. So there's a chance someone might know.
Hey, Biz.
Mm-hmm.
If that's the case, how far can I throw those cards? If I even can. Or, can I, stand at the top of the staircase, stop the staircase out of sight and chuck one? Just to test.
I can throw mine about, 5 feet.
Okay, so I'll get where I can reach, the top of the stairs without being seen and try to, throw a card of illusions, where it's stable and make an illusion. Try to see if anyone's up there.
Okay.
Hopefully they don't see the card.
Sorry. All right, so you're going to make your way all the way over?
Yeah. Let me move my character real quick. Where is he? Oh, yes. Yeah.
Okay, everybody else, are you cool with this? You going to follow him?
Wrong
Yeah,
staircase, dude.
No, I meant the spiral one because she said it would, smoke would
okay.
go up. And so I'm
Sorry.
trying to see if anyone's up there.
I misunderstood you. I'm sorry.
Okay, so Kenneth, you whip the card up there as far as you can. Something does go off, which is your illusion, so an auditory and a visual illusion. Sorry, I have hiccups.
What do I roll to see which one it is?
I have no idea. Unfortunately, I don't know that deck.
I think it's just I think it's just a 1d20.
Can you send it to
because-
the Can you send it to the VTT? Click on it and then see if it displays.
Is it just display in VT?
Yes.
Okay. There you go.
Oh
This
crap.
could be very, very fun. This is why I
Oh,
chose it.
it's dependent on
mean-
what kind of card you pull.
Yeah.
So like Ace of Hearts, King of Hearts.
I could get like Medusa or like.
Rolling a d20 would be the equivalent of actually having 2 of each card in each deck.
Or what
Yeah.
you could do is like a D4 for what type of card? Hearts, spade, diamond, and clubs.
Hold on a second. I want to see if this will actually work.
Mhm.
Roll 1d34. Yeah, it does work. Okay.
So I just card number 3.
Card number 3, which is
Succubus or Incubus.
okay. You
I'm gonna go with
Succubus.
Succubus
You-
because that's funnier.
Sure. You fling the card up there, and all of a sudden, a nope.
Yep.
A
How do
succubus
you
appears.
PG that?
Nope. You don't. A devilish female creature appears at the very top. You hear sultry sounds, of which we will not get into, and it slowly disappears over time.
Okay. So I shout to everyone, I think it's safe up here. No one reacted to the card.
And let us go.
Big brain, please.
Okay. Are you all ready?
Yes.
If you're going to make your way up, please look towards the
Making
center
my
of the
way
screen.
upstairs.
You will see the staircase revealed. Zoom out. Scroll
boy.
down. And you will see the staircase revealed.
Wow.
Oh, there it is.
Wow.
Wait a minute, do we need your characters all the way over there? Kenneth. Where is he?
Okay, Agmar, as you get up there, there's a single doorway that's up there.
Oh, there he is.
As you
What?
walk
No.
close to it, you open it. There are 3 doors in this hallway. As Agmar gets close to the other one, there is a sitting room. Single desk, single chair. As the rest of you get close to the others, there is another hallway identical to the one you just came from.
I'd like to inspect this desk over here.
Okay. Roll a perception check or an investigation check.
Perception. Advantage on that.
12. Okay, this is just a writing desk. There's simply a pad for the arms to lay on as you are writing. Nothing else in here. Just the table and chair.
Is there any paper in there?
There is no paper.
Dang it.
Ulfer's gonna go up to this door on the bottom.
Okay. Do you notice a staircase leading down?
Hey. What I thought.
Well,
Is
I'll,
Right
It's
up.
kind of pointless.
go ahead, EMP.
I just wanted to know if this is a.
It is. As you get close enough, it does open. This room has 3 doors. The one you just came from, a door to the north, door to the east. There's a single writing desk in it. A chair is on the wrong side. This is a double writing desk, meant for 2 people to write at the same time.
I'm going to leave it be for now, so let Helvis open his door.
I'll open this one here in the center on this side.
It is a writing desk with a chair.
After he's doing that, I want to check out this room.
As you open this door, you notice an altar.
Okay, that's new.
Thought it was going to be another writing desk, didn't you?
Is it an altar to the poop god?
It's not an altar to the poop god, although that would be fun. Keep that joke going. No, this is a different kind of altar. This is an altar that is meant for the imbuement of radiant or necrotic items. This altar is active.
So does that mean it was used recently, or?
Yes.
I tell that to everyone that someone's probably nearby, considering this was just recently used. Does it imbue weapons with necrotic energy, you said? Necrotic and radiant?
It imbues most things. With a holy or an unholy property.
Can I put my, I haven't finished the long range dagger yet, but, can I put that in there?
Sure. You put the long range dagger, you put it down into the inside of it. And as that happens, you watch as it slowly begins to start glowing.
Ooh. That's so good. I like to take it out.
Okay.
So-
As you take it out, it stops glowing.
So, does anyone notice anything different about it, or was it only when it was in the thing?
No, it's just glowing while it was in there. And then you take it out, and nothing seems different.
Helvis, you're a more experienced wizard. Do you know about this kind of stuff?
Halvis, roll a religion check.
Religion.
So nothing about this altar is arcane. None at all. This is all specifically made for deities and quasi-deities and higher beings on different planes of existence. This is meant for both the upper and lower planes. So this has nothing to do with the arcane.
Now I wish we had a paladin. So I guess we should keep in mind this is here, and someone has recently been here, considered it's been recently activated.
There's one thing I'd like to try. I reach up and I touch like the center of it as best I can with my skeletal hand.
Okay. You reach out and you touch it with your skeletal hand. As that happens, Halvis, you find yourself instantly floating amongst the clouds. And you find yourself feeling light as a feather. You see the clouds scrolling by, and as this happens, it's beautiful to you. You can hear a voice in the back of your mind saying, "Confused, little one. Very, very confused."
Yes, I am quite confused. I'm not quite sure how I got here.
And then it starts to shift its voice, and it starts to make itself a little bit more real.
No, no, no. I'm confused, not you. You must have touched something you weren't supposed to, and now you're here with me. That doesn't make any sense. Why are you here now?
Where is here?
Here is everywhere all at once, but mostly in the upper planes.
Last thing I remember is I touched an altar. Just to see if it would do anything to this. Holding up my skeletal arm.
Well, it does do some things. Silly, silly, silly one.
After a few seconds go by, you now see this enormous creature that appears in front of you. They are, in all essence, that you know beauty. This is beauty to you. And as they look at you with curious yet mischievous eyes, they say,
Death, life. You take undead. You mend flesh. You do so many confusing things. And yet you touch my domain. I am confused. Are you confused too?
Not confused per se, but may I ask who you may be?
I am yours. Do you believe yourself a cleric that has no power elsewhere? You should know my name by now. Not even if you don't know my face. Come now.
Are you
And
Merkel?
Mirko. I'm so ashamed. You are mispronouncing my name. I'll give you one last try.
The last deity I remembered worshipping as my cleric, or as for my clerical, was Merkul.
Close. But still far. Such a shame. So confused. I have an idea. I know what you're after. I know what you are trying to do. If I gave you guidance, if I gave you a single point to search for, would you do it and not ask me why?
Yes. Yes, I would.
That's what I thought. Good luck to you. You're going to need it.
and you feel your body completely dissipate once again, and you find yourself back in the room with everyone else. You notice that your arm now glows with a white light above it. Very, very faint, almost like candlelight. But your bone is now jet black like onyx, with gold inlay. All of the lettering and all of the runes that were across your arm are now gold. The jewels maintain.
That was trippy.
What did
looked-
that look like for me? Like when he
I was
reached his hand to the altar?
I was just gonna ask.
That-
Was
can
he just
I
like
go
there?
anywhere?
Or
That same glow happened, except you just watch as the glow went all the way up his arm, and as the glow permeated his arm, it followed behind with black and gold going all the way up his arm. And then two more seconds passed, and he pulled it away and was like, it was weird. And that's it.
Kenneth, do you think we should go join up with the others? I think EMP did say there were some doors in that other room.
Yes. We should find them and see what's up.
Okay, because Kenneth is where he is, the door behind him opens up, and you notice a room with 2 more doors. Room is
I
empty.
say, oh, okay, never mind. I guess we're going this way now because this seems interesting. And I tell the group that we're gonna, if you guys want to come over to this way, we found some other doors. If you want to come.
Sulfur
Okay.
didn't quite hear it, so he's continues to investigate this room with the desk.
Got it.
I'm gonna check out this door right here.
So far, are you checking anything specifically with the desk or chairs?
No,
Here,
he's just gonna kind of go around it to go to this north one right here.
Okay, give me just a second to do a polygon reveal, because these rooms are not symmetrical. And both of those doors open, since you all got on either side. In the other room, there is a writing desk, but there are 2 chairs, and they're on the proper sides. There's also a door to the north inside that room, and to the room to the exact north of the single chair with the weird positioning. Single door to the northeast. That's it.
Yeah. Well, Sulfur only sees that other door, so he's gonna go towards it.
Okay. As Sulfur goes into that room, he notices
What?
another altar. This altar is glowing bright red.
Ah, my favorite color.
This feels familiar to you. Roll me a religion check at advantage. You've seen Shepherd Oddbody. This is an altar to the Oath of the Torch. So, the torchbearers. However, this altar is currently empowered.
Steps closer
Okay.
and he senses that familiarity and kind of reaches out to touch it.
Before your hand even grasps it, you find yourself in the middle of a massive prairie. You find many headstones, all of which are fallen family members. You even notice that one of them is of your sister, Cinder. As you look across, you notice that all of the blood lilies that are growing in full bloom. And to the south is the same willow tree that has been burned in from your home for ages. It is surrounded by a moat of holy water that is meant to keep any of your kind away. This place is a place of rest for your people. You've always known that in times of great conjoining, when the ley lines are perfect, you're able to travel to this place. Souls that have departed the world and have moved on to the next life are remembered here. You know that your sister's soul has moved on to the next incarnation.
Which headstone is hers?
The newest, the one to the bottom right.
I see my sister's name, and he takes to his knees and he just stares at it because he didn't think he'd ever see it. Kind of just takes a moment to take that in and says, "Sister, I'm sorry this happened. I shouldn't have let you go alone."
After a moment, you see someone who you know to be from your tribe. They appear behind you, and although they seem to have something in their hands, one of them appears to be a ceremonial dagger. Above it, they appear to have what appears to be a bouquet of flowers. They pay you no heed as they pass by. When they pass to the right, they place flowers in front of a headstone. And you watch as the flowers slowly disappear from view.
I go to next to them to see whose headstone it is.
You don't see a headstone at all, but you no longer see the flowers that they clearly just placed there. In their place, they have a single ceremonial dagger. They take it and they carve the rune inside the palm of their hand, which you have been taught to do, and they place it on the front of something that you can't see. I need for you to roll me a history check, please, or a religion check, whichever's best for you. All right. What you know that they are doing is they're creating a soul bond. They're trying to bond to a soul that hasn't reincarnated yet, or to wrench that soul from whatever body it just reincarnated to.
I look at them in disbelief and ask, "What are you trying to bind to?"
So,
She does look up into your direction for just a moment, and she says, "Shh." No answer.
I start to slowly back away.
As you do, you feel yourself being thrust back right next to her. Some kind of a power is pulling you, almost like a tether.
I try and reach out to where she placed the lilies, the flowers, like where they went.
Okay. You reach out and you to the place where the lilies are, and as that happens, you feel the wet squelching, which you know to be blood, and you're sifting through what feels like horrid viscera, and you're pulling and pulling and pulling, and all that time you feel sick to your stomach. Blah! You're expelling all of this horrid muck and ichor as you're wrenching through. All the while, you see that she finishes this. She's completing her cast. I need you to roll me a Arcana check. It's a contested roll. You feel the center of your body start to be wrenched. You can feel your heart start to be pulled, and something inside you is starting to be pressed and gripped from strange directions. Then you see that her hand over top of wherever she is starts slowly gripping something. And as her hand moves, you feel that pressure in your chest. I need for you to roll me a charisma saving throw. All right, I'm going to allow you an action. What are you going to do?
yell and plead for stop, stop! No, don't do this!
You're going to yell and plead?
Yes.
Okay. You yell and plead, but falls on deaf ears. She, again, with her free hand, she begins to squeeze. Your hit points are reduced by half. As this happens, you feel your heart being squeezed, and you can feel the massive pressure inside your chest. It is unbearably painful. I need another charisma saving throw. Your chest is getting worse, and you're pushing and pushing and pushing your will against her, and nothing seems to happen. Your health is reduced down to 1/4. You begin coughing up blood. Your eyes are starting to bream out of your head, and you just feel all of your veins burning in pain. I need a Constitution saving throw at advantage. This is your last chance. You're able to muster up just enough of your own physical strength to be able to resist, but just for a moment. I'm going to allow you one last action. What are you going to do?
I am, since I'm on the brink of essentially death, I'm actually going to cast a wall of fire around to try and get her to back off.
Okay. You cast Wall of Fire, and as you cast Wall of Fire, does it encompass her entirely?
Yes, it's making a circle, essentially like a column around myself.
Okay. So, with all the heat going on the outside, correct?
Yes.
All right. So, as you're doing that, you cast the spell and it erupts over top, and you just hear this awful.
I don't even know if that went through. I hope it did.
Nope.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Okay.
You hit. Ow! 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 Ow!
Well, I was hoping that there would be a voice mod for that. You hear a horrid scream of pain. And as that happens, they burn and ignite. And you watch them completely disappear. You hear the sound of stone crumbling. Do you continue to hold on to the spell?
No.
As the spell
No.
drops and fades, you see the crumbling of granite on a slab. You can just make out the letters S and U. Just then, your mind completely shifts. And you find yourself back in the place where you once were. Your hit points are still reduced to 1/4.
What did EMP just witness?
You witnessed sulfur touching the. You witnessed sulfur touching the altar, and then all of a sudden, just coughing up and spitting blood, with a horrible looking reaction to it, as though something inside of them just exploded. There's a lot of internal injuries.
Yeah. Okay. EMP is gonna do two things, or I guess three things. immediately as a sulfur kind of like falls to the ground for letting go of the altar, he's gonna grab basically 2 whole charges of the trauma medicine.
Okay.
Looking at it, I think at level 11 we get 66 for sneak attack damage. So in this case,
Okay.
I'm going to be rolling 12d6 heal.
Gotcha. So you're gonna take some time to get this healing done.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So roll that 12d6.
D6.
51 points of healing back to Sulfur.
How, I guess, good is she? Or is he at this point?
Sulfur is now much better. You're able to deliver all the right shots in all the right places. Just the right amount of blood thinners and just the right amount of coagulants. So you're doing good. After that, Sulfur seems to be out of the worst of it. Sulfur still isn't to 100%, but definitely not in danger of dying.
EMP is just gonna pull Sulfur up, kind of shake him loose. All right, up, you muscle-brained demon! You step away from the altar. You know I can't be patching you all day, right? I need to ration it for the rest of.
Sulfur just kind of warily looks at EMP and just shakes his head, like still trying to figure out what exactly just happened.
Well, what happened is you touched that thing and you blew up internally.
Oh, that seems about right. Let's go find the others.
EMP, roll me a medicine check.
Good.
The damage that Sulfur sustained was psychic damage.
Looks like this building is taking a mental toll on all of us.
Okay. I'm going to move over to the next party, if that's okay.
Yep.
All right. Kenneth, Halvis, Agmar, Shasha. You're in this room. There's a door to the left. And I believe, Kenneth is next to another door, which reveals a room with 4 more doors.
I'll send Shasha to the left door.
All right.
Ooh, sorry, I was muted. I said I was going to check out this one.
Okay. Shasha opens up a door, and it appears to be another altar.
Oh no.
Are you looking through Shasha's eyes?
I'll
Agmar?
go inside and then use eyes to look over it.
Roll me a nature check, please.
Nature. Let's go, buddy. This is one.
Give me just a moment. Okay. Nature check at 21. So as you look into this, you notice that it almost looks like you're looking down at a map, at a 2D view. You aren't 100% sure if you recognize this area or not, but you feel like you've seen it before. You notice that as you're looking down upon it, you see little fires, some flame that seems to appear towards the center of it. This is much more than a map. This altar is active.
Interesting.
Bless you.
MP.
Hello.
Or more Halvius. You said
Halvius.
you're more adept at studying books than I am. Did
I mean,
you recognize this? Either of you?
I can take a look at it.
Neither one of you are sure. EMP, though, something about it does look familiar. You believe that you may have passed by something that looks very familiar to that.
Can I roll a history check to try to remember?
Sure. You think that you saw it somewhere either between Beryl Tor and maybe Felden's Birth, or maybe in between Sildraville and Beryl Tor? Somewhere around there. But you know that you've seen it before. Bless you.
Why does this look familiar? We've passed this before. Remember if we've interacted with one.
The altar is active.
EMP is going to, after seeing what happened to Soph, EMP is going to look at Halvis. What happened to your arm? I don't remember it looking like.
EMP, roll me an intelligence saving throw.
Even
Yes. For a second, it almost looked normal, and then something changed with it entirely. You've never seen it black and glowing before.
Are we all touching things now? Just want to clarify.
I touched one of the altars and I seen some things, and now my arm looks like this.
All right, well then, here goes. EMP's just gonna touch the altar.
Okay. EMP, as you touch the altar, zip, you find yourself in the middle of what appears to be a burning forest. Looking around you, there is some kind of a battle that has just happened. You can hear the sounds of screaming. You can hear the sounds of death cries. People crying that it's almost time to... or people crying their last ever sounds while still on this earth. And then everything goes quiet all at once. And it is haunting. Being in absolute silence. You don't even hear the crackling of the fire. You look down at yourself and you see flesh. You look at your clothes and you see flesh.
am I just naked with a lab coat on, or is my armor?
You're not wearing a lab coat. You're wearing some kind of military garb, but you're not sure whose military. You are wearing plated leather armor with a heraldic crest that you swear you know, but you just can't think of. Your hands are clean. You have no weapon, but you have many different healer's kits. It's my wife. Ignore her. She's fine.
EMP is just going to softly whisper, Henrietta?
You hear nothing.
He's going to start looking around, see if he recognizes anything.
You start looking around and you feel the warmth of all the fire that's around you. The firelight is intense. But you don't notice any other person nearby. Those screams were so intense just a moment ago. You could swear that they were so close, but you're alone.
EMP is just going to yell out, does anyone need any help? I can heal you.
You feel an incredibly sharp pain in your back right shoulder. You look towards the front and you see the arrowhead poking out of the side of your shoulder, blood pouring from the wound.
EMP is going to take hold of the arrowhead, break it off, turn around.
The pain is searing, but as you turn around, you see somebody that looks very familiar to you. You can't quite think of their name, but you swear that you know their face. They're wearing the exact same clothes that you are. And he loads another crossbow bolt as you come closer.
So do I only have the healer's kits? Do I have a shield of any sort?
You don't.
I know you
only
said I
have
didn't
your
have it.
healer's kits.
And are they directly south of me?
It seems like no matter where you turn, they're always right there, just loading, getting ready, and slowly aiming at you. You take 20 points of piercing damage from the first attack.
EMP is gonna call out, Who are you? As he just bum rushes in one direction.
You rush in one direction. As you're calling out, you hear your own voice echo inside your head. Another arrow goes straight through your calf. Goes straight through, in and out. You take 10 points of damage on that attack. I need for you to roll me a strength saving throw. Okay, you do not fall prone. You get yourself with a little bit of cover behind those roots. Although they are burning, and for the first time you feel your skin burn. You feel your skin singe. This is a new experience to you. You felt the heat before. You know what that damage is like, but now you feel the burn. And the burn is intense. But you know that if you leave this area, you're just going to get shot again. You're going to take 15 points of fire damage.
And then I'm gonna start patching myself up as much as I can.
Okay. You can roll your
And-
d6s for your trauma medicine.
In one turn, it would be 66.
As you start patching yourself up, you're doing it as fast as you possibly can. And you're wrapping yourself, you're putting the ointments all over you so that you can try to fend off any of the bleeding. It's to stave off any of the long term damage to try to get yourself back into fighting shape, even though you have no idea how this is happening. And the burning is so intense. It's hard to stop anything from it. As you continue to walk forward, you start hearing a voice in the back of your mind, and it's your own voice echoing over and over and over again.
Coward. Coward. Deserter. Coward.
Another massively sharp pain as your left shoulder is torn from the outside, and you feel your shoulder muscle completely give out. As that happens, you're going to take 18 points of damage from that attack. And I need for you to roll me a charisma saving throw.
In response to callback, we were doing to those people.
And you find yourself back next to your friends. Your wounds are intense, including the burning that has been going over your body. And then you look down, and you're metal once again. You see that you have massive, what look like burn wounds all over you. And you feel your shoulders and your leg badly hurt. But your friends see you. And all that they saw was just you touching that altar, and then all of a sudden becoming harmed.
I quickly run over to EMP. Let me return the favor you did for me. And I cast Cure Wounds.
Okay, what level?
4th. So 33 points of healing.
Okay. You cast Cure Wounds. As that happens, I need for you to roll a d4, please, EMP. EMP, as that happens, your left arm goes numb. And it drops to one side.
Well, that's not good.
Halvis, as you look at the arm that just touched him, you notice that your fingers begin to glow black and gold and start to pulse.
Can I do an Arcana check to see if I can figure out what happened?
Sure. You didn't cast Cure Wounds. You cast Inflict Wounds. Horacenio, I need for you to reduce your current hit points by 33. Halvis, I need for you to cast Inflict Wounds at 4th level. Horacenio, you were at 48 before. Yeah. So you take 31 points of necrotic damage instead. And your left arm goes completely numb.
EMP is going to clutch his limb, and from just the searing pain up on top of what happened in the altar, as well as the spell, he's going to basically buckle down to his knees. Hey, God. Sense of skin wrapped around.
As the party looks towards each other and is confused as what had just happened. Some of you are badly injured, yet face no foe. Some of you had saw what you believed to be a blessing, and some of you saw what you believed to be your greatest curse. There is something dark about this place, of which you haven't unlocked yet. But as you try, we are going to end our session here tonight. All of our players did survive, and you did create some very interesting puzzle-solving scenarios. So you all may share 28,000 experience points. And although
5,600.
although there was not a lot of combat today, there was a lot of danger that you all had gotten your way through. So congratulations for solving most of my puzzles. That being said, did you all have fun?
Yeah.
Very much.
You did say
Alright.
28,000, right?
28,000 to share, yes. Between the five of
So
you,
it'd
so
be-
5,600.
Oh,
But 28,000 would go.
That'd be something else. Yeah, 28,000 in total goes to the caravan to try to level them up. All right, you all, you
What?
did great work. I wish you guys all the best. We are going to go ahead and do what we always do and raid Critical Role. Has follower or subscriber only chat. Well, that's fine. You guys are going to get those trouble bubbles anyway. But thank you very, very much to Lord Geyser, Mad God Cthulhu, Horsenio, Knight Rider, and Night Haze 95 for a wonderful session. Thank you all so very, very much for being patient. Thank you all very, very much for coming in on Cinco de Mayo. I hope that you all are able to grab a drink before the night ends. And if not, then that's perfectly fine as well. These days are all great. I really hope to see you again next week. But if I don't, I'm so sorry. I'll do my best. I think the president of Colombia is coming back, but we'll see. In which case, I bid you all a wonderful night, and I will see you all soon. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Good
Hi,
night.
chat.
Night.
bye.
And we are through.
Yes, we are.
Oh, I need a drink.
Oh,
I've got-
you,
oh.
you sly dog, you.
Yeah.
I got two questions for you.
What's up?
You did say that those things were like encased in like a gelatinous substance, like the brain things, right?
No, not that they were encased in a gelatinous substance. They were the gelatinous substance.
Oh, okay. Second question: how far did you say you could throw that long-range dagger?
1,600 feet.
60.
So a quarter of a
more.
mile.
That's more than I have down, I think.
What did you have?
1,000,
I just
think.
put next to it 1,000 feet.
Oh, let's just make it 1,000. This would be very rare that you would need that extra 600.
It's probably a really tall building.
Any other questions?
Nope, that's it. I'm gonna go eat now.
Sounds like a good
Sitting.
plan.
Eat because I passed out.
Gotcha.
I'll see you guys later.
All right.
Bye,
Take care.
night,
night.
Always great playing with you, dude.
Always
Thanks.
good, always good playing with you guys as well. So, are there any other questions?
Can only assume there's, from what it sounds, it looks like primarily psychic. As since we are in a whole mental facility. Can only assume that's like greatest guilt or fear or something.
Something like that.
I have so many I don't even know at the moment.
Oh.
What I can tell you is my 3 biggest clues EMP found. So think about what happened with him. And that'll
Gonna
give
be
you
a
a
lot
little
of
entire-
thinking.
Throughout the entire session, or when interacting with something specific?
throughout the entire session. The 3
Okay.
biggest clues is what is happening in this place. EMP found out.
Noted.
Interesting.
So
Now
when
I'm
this
just,
goes
like,
up
so-
on YouTube tomorrow, you have something to look forward to.
Yeah, because now I'm so was so into the role play, I wasn't even paying attention to what I was doing.
Yeah. People get sucked. People get sucked
And
into
yet,
that
when
a
you're
lot.
told that you found like the 3 biggest clues,
Right, I'm like, what did I do?
I love the fact
I-
that these go up on YouTube because I actually do go through and I take notes after the fact as I'm listening to it.
I noticed that,
Yeah,
and thank you very much for
'cause
doing that. That
after
makes
a
me feel
while,
good.
Twitch will delete them.
Yeah.
Yeah. But otherwise, this session was awesome, but also very, very terrifying. Oh.
I was screaming at my monitor while muted when we saw what was happening to Sulfur.
Yeah.
That was.
Can I please let me? I need to say this out loud to everybody who ever plays in any of my games ever. If if there is a solution to a problem and one of the tactics that you're going to do is to beg and plead, it's not going to work. You got to do something.
I know, but it's just
Panic.
it was panic because I was like, okay, wait, what do I have? What do I have? What do I have? What do I have? And I'm like,
You can take
and I'm
all
like,
you can
it
take all
just
the
dawned
time
on
that
me.
you can take all the time that you need, but I panic is not a good one.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, because
always
only
do
after
something.
that I casted that spell that I was like, wait, I had a dagger. I could have just stabbed her.
You could have done anything. You could have smacked them. You could have pushed them. You could have stopped them. But you cast a spell. Anything you would have done would have stopped it.
Noted.
Doing nothing does nothing, and I think that's a very, very good life advice. Doing nothing does nothing.
That's
But
very
at-
true.
At the same time, for both of us though, since it was just then happening, we were in a foreign place. The confusion made it
I
even
know.
more realistic.
And
Trying to
that-
speak to.
Yeah, but hey, that's what a good DM does, though. They make their players panic and think.
all the time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
Did you guys have a really good time?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
My heart was racing with that one.
I'm gonna go get another one of these. And sorry, did I understand right that you guys sent a baby gift?
No,
Okay.
I really don't know.
If you did, I moved.
Oh, I know. I haven't asked you for your new address yet. That's why I haven't.
Okay.
Yeah, I was joking.
If so, I don't give out my personal address, but I'll be able to give out like my work address or something like that, or like a PO box or
PO
something.
box.
So those kind of things I can do, but not the home.
that's
But
No, I
that's
get
very,
it. I get
very,
it.
very, very, very sweet of you. But totally fine if that's not not really a thing that I was expecting. But if that's the kindness that you want to give, I'm more than happy for it. I just wanted to make sure that you didn't already send it using the return address from the board game that you won, because
No, I didn't.
that would have come right back to you. You would have lost postage.
Yeah, no, I haven't sent it yet.
Okay. Well, I very, very much appreciate it, and thank you very much. All right. I am going to head out. I will talk to you all later.
Good night,
Bye,
fam.
Biz.
Night,
Have a
Biz.
good night.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.